Hello, my friend. I am Alex, your specialist in unlocking the doors to your fluent English. Let us finally set it free. Just listen to my voice, look at the screen, and enjoy the ride. Welcome, everyone. In today's video, we're not just going to talk about English. We're going to transform the way you speak it. We're going to fix something no one ever told you about, and by the end of this video, I promise you'll look in the mirror and say, yes, now I can speak. I finally understand how to train my mouth to talk. So please, listen until the very end and subscribe to our channel, because this video may become the most important turning point in your English journey. Let me ask you something very simple. How many videos have you watched about English? How many grammar rules have you learned? How many hours have you listened silently? But when it is time to speak, your lips freeze, your tongue shakes, your voice disappears, and your brain goes completely blank. This happens not because you are stupid and not because your English is bad. It happens because your mouth is untrained. Yes, that is the truth nobody told you. You are not learning to move your mouth like an English speaker. You are reading, watching, and listening, but you are not training your speaking muscles. That is why nothing changes. That is why you stay stuck. That is why your confidence dies when you open your mouth. Let me say something very clearly. English is not just in your head. It is in your lips, your tongue, your jaw, and your sound flow. And until you train those muscles, you will always feel like something is missing. But today, that ends. This video is going to be different. This is not a boring grammar lesson, not another list of phrases, and not another teacher saying, "Repeat after me." This is a real journey. We're going to break your fear, wake up your mouth, and build real spoken English fluency starting from zero. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need an expensive course, and you don't need a native accent. All you need is 5 minutes a day, the right method, and the courage to sound like a beginner so you can become a fluent speaker. Your mouth simply does not know how to move like an English speaker's mouth yet. English is a very physical language. It has a different rhythm, a different shape, and a different set of sounds. It is not just what you say, it is how your mouth produces those words. Let's compare this to fitness. Imagine you read 100 books about push-ups. You know the perfect form. You know the science. You can explain it to your friends, but you have never actually done a single push-up in your life. What happens when you try? You collapse and fall face first onto the floor because your muscles are weak. That is exactly what happens with English. Your brain knows the words, but your lips and jaw are currently acting like a lazy cat on a Sunday afternoon. They just want to stay in their native language comfort zone. In your native language, you have repeated every sound millions of times since childhood. That is why your mouth moves fast and confidently. But in English, you have never trained your mouth to say the difficult TH sounds, the rolling R sounds, or word links. You mumble them or feel awkward saying them, so your speech becomes broken. But you can change this. You can build speaking muscles just like you build muscles in the gym. Let's learn how to do it. Let me start with one bold promise. If you do what I am about to show you for just 5 minutes a day, every single day for the next 30 days, your English will sound completely different. You might think, just 5 minutes? That is too short. But it is not about how long you practice, it is about how you practice. Reading gives you knowledge, but speaking is a movement, and movement requires muscle memory. Let's go through the exact daily gym routine for your mouth in deep detail so you can understand every part of the process. First is the mouth warm-up. Just like at the gym, you need to warm up before lifting weights. You need to shift your lips, tongue, and jaw from your native language mode into English mode. We start with lip rolls. Gently buzz your lips like a motorbike or a toy car, making a brrr sound. Let's do it together right now. Just relax your face and make that buzzing sound for a few seconds. Let it vibrate. Brrr. Let's do it again. Brrr. And one more time to feel the blood flowing into your lips. Brrr. Do this 3 times every single morning. Next is the tongue stretch. Push your tongue out of your mouth as far as you can, hold it for a second, then pull it back in. Do it slowly 10 times. 1. Push it out and pull it in. 2. Push it out and pull it in. 3. Feel the stretch at the back of your throat. 4. Keep going smoothly. 5. Halfway there. 6. Relax your face. 7. Stretch it comfortably. 8. Almost done. 9. Push it out. And 10. Relax completely. This removes tension from the back of your tongue and makes your speech lighter. Then we move to jaw loosening. Open and close your mouth very wide and gently. Repeat 5 times to release stiffness. English requires you to drop your jaw down much lower than you do in many other languages. Let's try it together. Open wide, then close. Open wide, then close. Open wide, then close. Open wide, then close. And one last time, open wide, then close. Feel how the joints near your ears relax. Finally, do the smile stretch. Stretch your smile as wide as possible, like you're laughing at a great joke. Hold it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax your face. Now do it again. Stretch wide and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax completely. If your family members walk into the room while you are doing these exercises, do not panic. Just tell them you are trying to connect to the internal English satellite. Just remember not to make these faces while standing in line at the supermarket passport control, or people might think you need help. This warm-up activates muscles you never use and makes your English sound smoother. A warm mouth is a ready mouth. The next step is the mirror technique. The mirror is your free personal coach. Stand in front of a mirror and look into your own eyes. Choose one simple sentence, for example, I am learning to speak confidently. Say this sentence slowly. Watch your lips, jaw, and tongue move. Do not rush. Say it 5 times, making it a little bit faster each time. Let's try it together as if we are looking in the mirror. First time, very slowly. I am learning to speak confidently. Watch how your lips form the word confidently. Second time, slightly smoother. I am learning to speak confidently. Keep your eyes fixed on yourself. Third time, conversational speed. I am learning to speak confidently. Feel the connection. Fourth time, fast and clear. I am learning to speak confidently. Fifth time, maximum speed with full power. I am learning to speak confidently. This helps you lose the fear of seeing yourself speak another language. Now we move to one of the most powerful speaking techniques you can practice on your own. Shadow speaking. This is where many learners suddenly begin to sound much more natural. Shadowing is simple. You listen to a short sentence spoken by a native speaker and repeat it immediately. Don't stop to analyze the grammar. Don't translate it in your head. Your goal is to imitate the speaker's rhythm, pronunciation, speed, and emotion as closely as possible. Think of it as learning a dance. If you stop after every movement to think about it, you'll never find the rhythm. But when you simply follow along, your body gradually learns the pattern. Speaking English works the same way. Let's try a few examples together. Listen carefully. I don't think there's a good idea. Now repeat it immediately. Don't slow it down. Try to copy the melody of the sentence, not just the individual words. Once more. I don't think that's a good idea. Excellent. Now another one. What are you planning to do tomorrow? Repeat it right away. Pay attention to how the words naturally flow into each other instead of sounding separate. One more example. I'll let you know as soon as possible. Repeat it immediately. Try to keep the same pace and natural rhythm. The more often you practice this way, the less your brain has to build every sentence from scratch. Instead, it begins recognizing complete speech patterns and reproducing them automatically. That is one of the fastest ways to develop natural fluency. Now let's reinforce that habit with another simple exercise. I call it the fluency loop. The idea is simple. Instead of repeating dozens of different sentences once, take a single sentence and practice it at 3 different speeds. Let's use this phrase, I'm going to improve my English. First, say it slowly. I am going to improve my English. Make every sound clear and deliberate. Feel exactly how your mouth moves. Now say it again at a comfortable conversational speed. I'm going to improve my English. Let the words connect naturally. Don't force the pronunciation, just let it flow. Finally, say it a little faster while keeping everything clear. I'm going to improve my English. Notice that speaking faster doesn't mean speaking carelessly. Your goal isn't maximum speed, it's smooth, effortless movement. Once you've learned the technique, repeat it with any sentence you actually use in daily life. For example, everything will be fine in the end. Practice it slowly, then naturally, then a little faster. Or try, I need to practice every single day. Again, slowly, naturally, then with smooth conversational speed. After just a few minutes, you'll notice that your mouth starts moving more freely and sentences begin to come out with much less effort. Most learners spend hours reading grammar rules or memorizing vocabulary lists, but they rarely train the physical side of speaking. Now you have a simple daily routine that develops both confidence and fluency at the same time. Why do some people know a lot of grammar but still sound strange when they speak? Because they speak one word at a time. They say, I am going to the market. Every word has a pause, but that is not how English is usually spoken. Native speakers connect words together. They don't stop after every word. Their speech sounds smooth, almost like music. Think about riding a bicycle. If you press the brakes every few seconds, your ride becomes slow, hard, and uncomfortable. Speaking English works the same way. When you stop after every word, your conversation loses its natural flow. Let's fix that. Here are some common word combinations that native speakers use every day. The first one is, what are you doing? In fast speech, it often sounds like, what you doing? Listen. What you doing? Now repeat it. Again. What you doing? Don't worry if it doesn't sound perfect. You're training your mouth to move in a new way. Now another example. Did you eat? Many native speakers say, did you eat? Repeat after me. Did you eat? Very good. One more. Give me a minute. It becomes, give me a minute. Try it. Give me a minute. Easy, isn't it? You'll hear many other short forms too. For example, I'm going to want to let me, I don't know. You don't have to memorize them today. Just start noticing them in movies, podcasts, and YouTube videos. The more you hear them, the more natural they will feel. Try choosing 3 of these expressions every day. Say each one 10 times. Record yourself on your phone. Then listen to your recording. Ask yourself 3 simple questions. Did I speak clearly? Did the words connect naturally? Did I sound relaxed? Don't compare yourself with native speakers. Compare yourself with yesterday's recording. That is how real progress happens. Also, record your voice. Use your phone to record yourself saying these phrases, then listen back to check your smoothness. Now let's talk about something just as important as your mouth, your mindset. Many English learners practice pronunciation every day, but they still struggle to speak. Why? Because fear gets in the way. They worry. What if I make a mistake? What if my accent sounds strange? What if people laugh at me? These thoughts can stop your voice before you even open your mouth. Imagine your brain is the driver and your mouth is the car. Even if the car is in perfect condition, it won't go anywhere if the driver is afraid to press the gas pedal. That is why confidence matters. Here's something many learners forget. People usually don't expect perfect English. They simply want to understand you. If your message is clear and your voice sounds natural, most people won't care about a small grammar mistake. So stop trying to sound perfect. Try to sound real. Now let's practice speaking with emotion. Take this simple sentence. I'm happy to be here. First, say it like a robot. I'm happy to be here. Now smile and say exactly the same words again. I'm happy to be here. Can you hear the difference? The words stayed the same. Only your emotion changed, and suddenly your English sounds much more alive. Here's another example. I'm so glad to see you. Don't say it like you're reading a shopping list. Imagine you're meeting a good friend after a long time. Smile. Feel the meaning. Then say it again. I'm so glad to see you. People remember how you make them feel, not whether every sentence was perfect. Second, practice like an actor, not like a student. Many learners speak as if they're taking an exam. Every sentence feels like a test. Every mistake feels like failure. But real conversations don't work like that. When actors learn their lines, they don't just memorize words. They imagine the situation. They feel the emotion. They become the character. You can do exactly the same thing. Take this sentence. It's going to be a great day. Now say it with excitement. It's going to be a great day. Imagine you've just received amazing news. Now say the same sentence as if you're tired after a long day. It's going to be a great day. Notice how your voice changes naturally. Now say it as if you're trying to encourage a friend. It's going to be a great day. The words never changed. Only the emotion changed, and suddenly your English sounds much more natural. Now try another sentence. I can't believe this happened. Say it with surprise, then with sadness, then with happiness. When you practice this way, you're not just learning English, you're learning how to communicate. And that's exactly what real conversations are about. Repetition is one of the fastest ways to become a confident speaker, but only if you practice the right way. Repeating the same sentence again and again without thinking won't help very much. Instead, make every repetition different. Let me show you a simple 5-step method you can use with almost any sentence. We'll practice with this one. I don't know what to say. Step 1. Say it slowly. Focus on every sound. I don't know what to say. Make sure your mouth feels comfortable saying the words. Step 2. Say it again at a natural speaking speed. I don't know what to say. Don't think about grammar. Just let the words flow together. Step 3. Change the emotion. Say it as if you're surprised. I don't know what to say. Now say it as if you're disappointed. I don't know what to say. Then say it with a smile. I don't know what to say. Step 4. Say it a little faster, but stay clear. Remember, smooth is always better than fast. I don't know what to say. Step 5. Put the sentence into a real situation. Imagine someone gives you an unexpected gift. You smile and say, "Wow." I don't know what to say. Now the sentence becomes part of a real conversation instead of just another exercise. Once you understand these 5 steps, you can use them with any sentence you want. For example, this is exactly what I need. Practice it slowly, then naturally, then with different emotions, then a little faster. Finally, imagine a real situation where you would actually say it. The same method also works with, I'm making great progress every day. The sentence changes. The training stays the same. After a few days, your mouth will start producing English much more naturally because you're practicing complete speaking patterns instead of isolated words. Choose sentences that you can really use in your everyday life. Don't spend 20 minutes repeating facts you'll probably never say. Instead, practice phrases that sound natural in real conversations. For example, I'm proud of how much I've improved. It's okay to make mistakes. Could you say that again, please? I need a little more time. I'm not sure, but I think. The more personal the sentence is, the easier it is to remember. Let's add a few more useful expressions. I'd like to double check this. Repeat it. I'd like to double check this. Here's another one. Could you tell me how to get there? Now say it again a little more smoothly. Could you tell me how to get there? And one more. I'm looking forward to our meeting. Repeat it. I'm looking forward to our meeting. Excellent. Now let's put everything together. Listen to this short story. When I first started learning English, I believed that grammar was the most important thing. I spent hours studying rules. I memorized long vocabulary lists. I filled notebooks with new words, but when someone spoke to me in English, I froze. I knew many words, but I couldn't use them. Then I changed the way I practiced. Instead of only reading, I started speaking out loud every day. I repeated short sentences. I copied native speakers. I recorded my voice. Sometimes I made mistakes. Sometimes I laughed at myself. But little by little, speaking became easier. My mouth became faster. My confidence grew. And one day I realized something surprising. I wasn't translating anymore. I was simply speaking. That's when I knew I was making real progress. Now let's learn a few simple ways to share your opinion in English. You don't need long or difficult sentences to sound natural. In fact, simple English is often the best English. Let's look at some examples. The easiest way is, I think, for example, I think this is a good idea. Repeat it. I think this is a good idea. Another useful phrase is, in my opinion, practice is more important than talent. Now you try. One more expression is, I believe everyone can improve. Say it with confidence. I believe everyone can improve. You can also say, for me, speaking is the hardest part. Or, I feel much more confident now. These expressions are simple, natural, and used every day. Don't worry about using long or complicated phrases. If people understand your idea clearly, your English is already working. As you become more confident, you can learn more advanced expressions later. For now, focus on speaking clearly, naturally, and with confidence. That will help you much more than trying to sound impressive. Now let's practice a few real-life conversations. These are the kinds of situations you'll face when you travel, meet new people, or use English every day. Let's start with a coffee shop. Instead of saying, "Coffee, please," try saying, "Could I have a large cappuccino, please?" Now repeat it. Could I have a large cappuccino, please? Simple, polite, natural. Now imagine you're in a restaurant. You'd like to pay. Instead of saying, "Bill," try this. "Could we have the check, please?" Repeat it. "Could we have the check, please?" Easy to remember, easy to use. Now imagine you're visiting a new city. You need help. Start politely. "Excuse me," then ask your question. "Could you tell me how to get to the nearest subway station?" Let's say it together. "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the nearest subway station?" Excellent. These kinds of phrases become easier every time you say them. The goal isn't to memorize hundreds of sentences. The goal is to become comfortable speaking. The more you practice, the more natural English will feel. Now let's quickly review everything you've learned today. English fluency is not a talent, it's a skill. Just like riding a bike, swimming, or learning to play the guitar. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Every day, spend a few minutes training your mouth. Speak out loud. Use the mirror. Practice shadowing. Connect words naturally. Record your voice. And most importantly, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake teaches you something. Every conversation makes you stronger. Every day you practice, you become a little more confident. Remember this. You don't have to speak perfect English. You only have to keep speaking. If you do that, your English will improve much faster than you think. So here's your challenge. Today, stand in front of a mirror. Choose one simple sentence. Say it 5 times. Tomorrow, do it again. Keep going for the next 30 days. Then come back to this video and tell me how much easier speaking has become. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And before you leave, write this sentence in the comments. I will speak English every day. It's a promise to yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Keep practicing. I'll see you in the next lesson.